So before we even get started, let me address the elephant in the room. My walls, I've moved. The walls are gray. However, I am wearing a yellow shirt to commemorate the moment that I'm still a yellow boy. But what's more important is that The Sims is doing a behind the Sims stream today, and I want to kind of like watch it, do a reaction, frame by frame, see what we're going to get new, what's old, stuff like that, and get more detail about upcoming stuff in The Sims 5, because all we technically really know about Project Renee is like it's multiplayer and we can play on like our phone and a desktop, take it with us, and like lighting, and that's all we know. So I'm hoping we get more detail about that, but I'm really curious to see like what the roadmap might be for this time, because we already had the horse ranch pack, we already had the kits, some base game updates and stuff like that. So hopefully for the next couple of months of the year we might get more detail, and I'm hoping that there might be some good stuff that I can really sink my teeth into and hopefully have a lot of fun playing over and over, because my personality is like it goes ups and downs, ebbs and flows, thinking I'm gonna have really fun or I'm gonna have no fun at all. But I have hopes, not high hopes, just hopes. So we're gonna go and watch the stream, and I'm gonna do a little reaction, and hopefully it'll be good. So let's go ahead and watch it.
Soul Simmers, welcome back to Behind the Sims, our community series dedicated to giving you peeks into all that is happening across the Sims franchise.
Oh, perfect.
In case we haven't had the pleasure, I'm Mercy from the Sims team, and I'm back at it again with all the exciting news and latest updates on what's going on behind the scenes, starting with The Sims 4.
Yay!
Attention Simmers! This is not a drill! This is not a drill!
It could be a drill. It's a drill.
Get ready.
I want those
Because the new
pants,
season is
especially the
starting,
yellow
and
one.
if you're like me,
I want that divider.
you're hungry to learn more.
Give me more tea.
Let's take a look at some of the stuff the team's been cooking up
Sugar and waffles, interesting.
in The Sims 4.
Ooh, stuff. Home chef hustle. Stuff packs. Oh my god.
Stuff packs. It's been a while.
Yes, finally stuff packs, stuff packs,
Well,
stuff
I'm
packs.
happy to share that there's a new stuff pack on
Oh,
the menu.
finally.
And it's my privilege to introduce you to just a few of the newest members of Maxis that are developing it.
Tervetuloa, Simmers. Welcome. This is your first look at the Sims 4 Home Chef Hustle Stuff Pack. The team has been hard at work to bring this pack to life. Our new teammates in Europe have been working closely with longtime members of the Sims team to learn about and innovate on how we make packs. You'll see lots
my
of new
God.
faces today, but some familiar as well, like Graham and Cheyenne, who's going to talk about the art direction of Home Chef Hustle.
Artists and I were
Stuff
inspired by
packs.
the beautiful kitchens in various areas of Europe and reference shared with us from our EU teammates. We wanted to bring some new
Ooh.
colors and fresh new objects in addition to our new appliances. Also ingenious things that we don't have here in North America, like
Oh
a
my
dish drain
gosh.
over the sink.
The dishwasher.
There is a whole lot of stuff in this stuff pack. New small appliances, new ways
Yes.
to make money, new ways
Yes.
of cooking, new BB,
Yes.
new cast, and so much more.
Bob Pancakes is gonna be so happy.
Listing all here and now would be a bit of a mouthful, but the team and I know the perfect feature to start with.
When your sim wants something quick but delicious,
A
for
waffle
breakfast, brunch,
maker.
or dessert, the
Finally.
waffle maker is the perfect appliance.
Finally.
With this feature, we wanted to represent the Nordic style of waffle that I and some of my other teammates grew up with. It's a quite thin and crispy waffle, and it's usually made in a waffle iron that produces heart-shaped waffles.
We have included a variety of flavours, from some more typical Nordic-inspired flavours, like cured fish and dill, to some
Oh.
more familiar to our North American friends, like chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles.
We've added so many recipes from many cultures over the years, but over time, the recipe list has become a little trickier to use. So, we've heard you, and we've added
Ooh.
filters to the base game recipe list.
Oh my
so you
gosh,
can now
thank
find the meal you're looking
goodness.
for in a fraction of the time.
Thank you.
We were trying to bring together everything
I
and
love all the
categorize
yellow.
things in a way that made sense with the Sims traits and responses to the food in mind.
The updated
Okay.
recipe UI isn't the only thing coming to the base game alongside this pack.
Base game?
Hashtag free the cupcakes. Get ready to cook cupcakes in the comfort of your own oven rather than the cupcake machine.
For this pack, I mostly worked on cute accessories and casual clothes for your foodie sims. There's a whisk-themed set of
Ooh,
earrings
I
and
love the
necklace.
hair.
I'm really fond of this jumpsuit combo.
That
I made,
hair!
because it's definitely something I would wear in real life.
We've had so much fun developing this pack, and we have put a lot of heart into each of its features. We hope you enjoy the experience of becoming a home chef. Thank you so much for tuning into our first look. And now, here's a little sneak peek.
Seneke, Belindy.
Oh my gosh.
Booby eats the bingo.
Oh my gosh. September 14th. Wait, that's in like 2 days. I don't have time for that.
Waffles. So
Oh
good.
my gosh.
Not you, Bob. I'm finally getting
Give
the competition
Bob
they
what he
deserve.
needs.
The Sims 4 Home Chef Hustle trailer reveals this Thursday, September 14th
Oh.
at 8 a.m. Pacific on the Sims YouTube channel.
Oh, the trailer. I thought the
And Sims
actual
4 isn't
pack.
done just yet. This season is all about the hustle. So the team isn't bustling to not only deliver a new stuff pack, but provide a bit more to the list of content this season.
Can I have all those, please? Feel free to share. That'd be really nice. Embrace the hustle and bustle. Okay. One tasty stuff pack. Okay. A new neighboring and more. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get busy. September to December. Okay. Okay. Not too bad.
So we're back on the bed for another S'more lore where we bite into the many histories and mysteries of the Sims series. And today is all about Johnny Zest and the land grab lineage.
My gosh, finally!
More lore.
Finally!
You know, the estranged member of the land grab family and everyone's second favorite new boo daddy. All because he
Hello?
dropped out of school to become a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
But before we go more into Johnny, let's dive into the land grab lineage for some context. The land
Give us
grabs
the
don't
tea.
have the best reputation. Some are known for being quite evil.
They
But
extra.
even with the family tree dating back to the original Sims, their history isn't totally clear. We do know it started with the medieval Demetrius and Dacian, and it's no secret that the land grabs are rich. They're rich, like old money rich. But
They
didn't
own
get there without
everything.
being sketchy. Ever wonder how they got all that money? Well, their name tells us a lot. Land grab, as in grabbing up land. The land grabs always have mansions. From the Blue Water Village home, to Summerhill Court, to Chateau de Landgrab Tomb, and the Desert Oasis Mansion. You know, just to name
Hello.
a few. Okay, so let's get back to Johnny's Zest. How is he related to the land grabs anyway? Johnny doesn't appear until The Sims 4 in Oasis Springs, where we never see him living with the family. And he doesn't even
True.
have the same last name, although he does go by his stage name. But still, what's his connection?
Zest.
Is he Nancy's son from an affair? A long-lost relative? Does Joffrey know? All we know is that after Johnny was disowned and went broke, he set out to get sweet revenge on his family by making some furniture out of materials from their construction site. Maybe stick to comedy, Johnny. So it begs the question, will the Landgrabs ever invite Johnny back into their family? Will we ever find out how he is even related to them in the first place? Who knows? But maybe as this universe continues to grow, we'll discover the truth, and if we do, we'll enjoy another s'more while looking more into the lore of this shady household.
Oh, they all shady, but I love it.
So, I'm Subaru Pedro, and I'm back to tell you about what's coming next in The Sims Mobile. So let's get to it.
Okay.
We're celebrating Halloween, 100 years of Hollywood,
Ooh.
and a brand new story that revolves around a garden gnome and a bickering couple. So make sure to check it out. And there's more awesome stuff waiting for you, so make sure to download The Sims Mobile today. And now, let's take a look at what's coming next in The Sims Free Play. We're celebrating Day of the Dead. Your Sims
Oh,
can
that's
feast,
so
drink,
nice.
dance, and play music with their loved ones. Special thanks to our EA creator, Michiro, for suggesting this festive theme. Also, don't forget to check out our new update, Pastel
Oh my god,
Past Signs, with
skateboards?
incredible items and outfits.
Why don't
featuring
we
soft
have that
and
in The
dreamy
Sims
humor.
4?
So make sure to download The Sims Free Play and experience all this goodness. And now,
This makes me-
back to you, Mercy.
This makes me want to download The Sims Replay again.
Word of the day.
Hey.
All right, before we continue, it's time for a new Simlish word of the day to add to your ever-growing dictionary. My goal is to have you all fluent in Simlish, so let's learn the second most important phrase you'll need to know next to sul, which is Yabhoogaroo. This means I'm
Yahoogaroo.
hungry, a term I often use to let my bosses
Yabhoogaroo.
know that it's time for a break. For example, hey boss, with all this food around me, Yabhoogaroo, so I'm gonna take a lunch break after this, courtesy of The Sims.
I'm gonna use that line every day.
I'm super excited to have the Sims Queen Mother herself, Lindsay Pearson, back today to chat with me about Project Renee and the future of The Sims. So, Lindsay.
Hey, Mercy. I am very excited to be here today. And to our community. I am thrilled to be back and sharing what we are working on. I think it's a really good time to be playing The Sims.
Oh, 100%. Maybe it's just the way I play, but my game really hits different each time. Can you tell us more about how your experience over the years is shaping and setting the stage for Project Renee?
Yeah, over the years, you've seen us introduce so many versions of Sims experiences, from The Sims to The Sims Online, The Sims Castaway, The Sims Medieval, Herbs. So we're always looking for ways to bring The Sims to more players and keep that charming character and creation center at the heart of what we make. What must we preserve to make this still a Sims game? And what can we do in this game that we couldn't do before?
Right. So during the last episode of Behind the Sims, the team shared a look at a whole lot of work in progress with Project Renee. Is that how you're trying to find that new vibe?
Exactly. And with Project Renee, we want to do things from the start that The Sims hasn't ever done and try to do familiar things in a new way. So Project Renee will be a new way to play The Sims. Now, we've shared a few of those differences that we're already exploring, such as the ability to play with friends and across devices, and we can't wait to show you more of the gameplay itself. And I'm really excited to be building this new and different approach. Project Renee and The Sims 4 are going to continue to exist side by side. We plan to support both at the same time, and we're going to continue to bring even more exciting content to The Sims 4 for the foreseeable future.
Don't get me wrong, I'm super invested in my Sims 4 storylines, but thinking about the different opportunities we've seen in like The Sims Castaway and Herbs, which, by the way, one of my absolute favorites. It just makes me excited to think about how I'll pop into Project Renee to play with friends.
We want to make it super easy for your friends to come and join you. So we'll actually have more to share about what multiplayer will look like in Project Renee in the year ahead, but I want to talk about one way specifically that we're going to make it as easy as possible to join. So we intend for Project Renee to be free to download. And that means that when it's ready and fully open to our players, you'll be able to join and play and explore Project Renee without a subscription, without core game purchase, or energy mechanics. So we want it to be easy for you to invite or join with a friend, and that means extending an open invitation for everyone to play.
Really bombastic side eye.
We're developing this game in a different way, and we're bringing everyone along with us. And that means a lot of different phases of development, which can include everything from closed invites and small public tests to large-scale early access options. And yes, when Project Renee is ready, it'll be available to download for free.
So what does that mean for content in the game, like updates?
We want to focus on building something strong and cohesive from the start. So it definitely won't start with everything you have in The Sims 4, but we're going to add new experiences and content to Project Renee over time.
Okay, so what might that look like? We talking DLC, packs?
Well, beyond regular updates to the core game, we will sell content and packs, but we want to change that mix a little bit. So let me give you a theoretical example. In The Sims 4, the only way to experience any weather was if you purchased seasons, right? Now in Project Renee, we might introduce basic weather to the core game for free for everybody. And then a pack for purchase might be focused on winter sports and could include activities like ice dancing or a snowman building competition. So building this way means that down the line, we could use wind or rain or clouds for other pack themes as well. Now, it's a little early to know exactly where we'll draw the lines, but it's important for us to lower those barriers to play and give everyone the broadest shared systems, because that feels like the best foundation to grow from.
That's really interesting. I will definitely need to think about this some more, and I'll need to review this all again on the Sims Newsroom. Shout out to that team for the recap.
So as we shared last time, we're still exploring a lot of different ideas, and we haven't settled on all the details of everything, but it's important for us to keep sharing, so stay tuned for more updates as we go. But for now, how about a quick summary? So Project Renee and other Sims games, including The Sims 4, will coexist for the foreseeable future. It means Project Renee is not setting out to replace your current awesome Sims experience.
Okay, good.
And because we want everyone to join the Sims party when it's ready, Project Renee will be free to download.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Queen Mother. I can't wait to keep learning more about Project Renee, so know that you are always welcomed on our couch.
Thank you, Mercy. Pleasure to be here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
This is a top secret announcement. The Sims is officially putting out merch. You know, so you can show off looks while showing the world your Simmer status.
Give me the
you
merch.
Know that I already know. And no, this won't be like past and we're taking it slow to give you the merch you deserve, so it'll be available later this year. But while we're here,
before
let's
December,
take a little peek, shall we?
I'm so glad. It's the perfect gift for that special someone.
Cowplant.
You know, Nancy doesn't do cheap, so this is gonna be well made.
Okay.
Someone give me the mother-in-law cheat, because I'm going ham.
That looks like a drill.
I swear, it's gonna be awesome.
I knew it was you. holiday season. Okay, shopthesims.com. Merch. I knew it.
That's it for today. Remember to subscribe to The Sims YouTube channel and follow The Sims, The Sims Free Play, and The Sims Mobile across social to keep up to date on the latest news and the next behind The Sims. Until next time, dog.
So I think we all can agree after what we just saw that stuff packs are officially coming back. We're not in our Delulu season. We saw what we saw, and we're getting the trailer on Thursday, and also a new roadmap of some few things that we might be getting in the next couple of months from September to December. And I feel like deep in my heart that we're gonna get some good stuff. And I'm very excited because personally, I was Stuff Pack's #1 fan. I knew they weren't gonna be dead. I felt like they were gonna come back eventually. They were gonna revamp it, make it different, kind of do some different changes and just have fun with it. And we're finally getting it. But I kind of want to show you something that I saw in like the whole stream that I want to like kind of pinpoint a little bit more and kind of guess about what we might be getting in the next couple of months, because that roadmap showed a lot of things, but not a lot of stuff. But I feel like if we guess enough, we might get what we get and some good stuff. I don't know. Either way, let me just show you what I'm talking about. So at this point in the stream, they showed off the roadmap for the next few months. And it says, embrace the hustle and bustle. And in my eyes, and like me thinking it's like hustling, working, grinding, getting where we need to go and making the money as quick as possible. But this is what got me more excited about the whole hustle and bustle. These things right here, these items, these keys, this envelope, this food, that's gonna be new because I don't think we've ever had like a dish in this type of style before. We're gonna say it's new. This right here could be like some type of tea or some type of coffee, whatever object it might be. And the envelope. If you all don't know at this point, I've moved out of my apartment back to my parents' house because rent was going up and I didn't want to pay nearly $2,000 for that. So I left and said deuces. But we all know, I feel like everyone has like a letter like this. You have your address right here and like the person's address up here, and they have your stamp, and then you just deliver to the mail. But I'm thinking with these keys and this house thing over here, think about it. We either can have two things. We can have new apartments like the ones from Eco Lifestyle and San Myshuno, like that could be a thing. Or we have the ability to be like our own landlord, because that's what I've always wanted in my entire life, to be my own landlord and rent townhouses or houses or apartments that we build up on our own and like pay people rent or whatever. Because here's me thinking is that we've never had anything like this before, but we technically do have like a roommate system in The Sims 4. Ever since we got Discovery University, they added in where you can have roommates in your own home and that roommate pays you rent, which I think is pretty cool. So in my eyes, ever since we got that pack, was thinking, what if we got a way where we could like be our own landlord and have people rent out different units in our own home? Because we need that. We had that in The Sims 2 where we weren't specifically a landlord, but we could rent houses that came with university back then. Love that feature. I wanted it back since then. But that's just like my theory of like thinking we could have like our own rentable lots that we could rent out and become like a landlord or do something to make some extra income, because hustling is like no joke. You gotta hustle to make the rent. You gotta hustle to make the money, to make the dough, make the cash, make the bread, do what you gotta do to get where you need to go. But give me your thoughts on this whole scene, because new foods, renting, we have one new stuff pack, which is the Home Chef Hustle Pizza, one neighborly expansion pack. Hello. Okay. And then like the other thing after that and more. So there could possibly be another like behind the Sims stream or live streams or whatever it might be behind all this, that I do have very high hopes. But I do like the fact that we're getting waffles because we never had them, and also like a heart-shaped waffle maker, which is also pretty cool. And I have a waffle maker, not like this one, but a different kind. So life imitates art, and we're getting what we get. And I'm very excited. Now, this thing right here, the whole stuff pack scenario, very excited. Home Chef Hustle. New icon, it's green. If you know, all icons for the stuff packs are all green, means money. Green means money to me, and I love it. And they showed a little bit of it, actually, which these cabinets, these counters, the fridge, and it fits within the frame. I remember ever since we got the Parenthood game pack, there was one fridge, and they only had one fridge, and we still do, was the only fridge that fit between the counters and the cabinets alone. So there was like no gap between. And I kind of like that, and I've been longing for a fridge like that again. So I'm thinking that this fridge could work alongside with the counters and the cabinets where there's no gap in between. So new fridge, new cabinets, new counters, a new dishwasher, because that's skinty. We might be getting like a new like stove and stove top, like the one we got from Dream Home Decorator. Some new appliances to kind of stack some more decals and clutter items, a new sink, new backsplash. That looks like a base game floor, but I could be wrong. I do not know. A new little range hood with a light. But all these have lights. That's not bad. I don't mind. But I do like the fact that we're getting a yellow swatch. I'm hoping that even though it's still work in progress, I hope the yellow swatch is the final one, because your boy needs some more yellow. I'm wearing a yellow shirt with a gray background, and I'm like, the more yellow, the better. That's all we need in our lives. I'm just saying. And the other thing was the waffle maker, which I was very excited about to see, because we've never had waffles. We never had a waffle maker. So it's like the first of many that we might be getting. And I'm wondering what the other small appliances might be. But this menu right here is what we desperately needed. Because if you don't know, if you have all the packs in The Sims 4, usually each and every pack or update includes new food, new drinks, new desserts, everything. And it can be very overwhelming having to scroll all the way down to the bottom to find what kind of like dish you want to make, especially at what level, what ingredients you have, and also if it's like lactose free, vegetarian, seafood, whatever it might be. This makes it so much more simpler, so much more easier to kind of navigate the cooking menu system. And I'm hoping it goes the same with the gourmet cooking skill, which it probably will. But I like the idea how simple it is. We can click a button saying I want lactose-free meals, I want seafood meals, I want dessert, I want vegetarian. So having that way to like not having to think harder. So I love that they're adding this into base game along with like some other things. So I'm looking forward to like seeing how that kind of all plays out. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. I do hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below as always of what you thought of the whole stream, whether it's the base game update, the stuff packs, the roadmap, Project Renee, or even The Sims Mobile or The Sims Free Play. But lo and behold, I'm always excited for new stuff, especially when it comes to like stuff packs and base game updates and even roadmaps to kind of like think and speculate and just think about what we could probably do in the next few months and what we might be getting. But as always, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!